Thanks, Tegan. If there's an accident or a health emergency in your workplace, who knows what to do? Well, according to national research, not many Aussies are up to the task, with 87% of businesses not first aid ready. St John's Ambulance says enough is enough, launching an initiative to test if your business understands its own first aid requirements.
To have a first aider on site means that there's going to be early access to the patient so that they're able to cover the issues that are happening at the time. Obviously, especially in this sort of area with a rural activity, there could be quite a wait on ambulances. Obviously, they work to be the quickest they can, but there can be a wait.
Educating businesses around the hidden first aid risks they face can be the difference between the life and death of their staff and customers. Research shows most businesses don't fully understand what's required in order to become first aid ready.
46% of the staff last year that are trained in first aid felt they weren't confident to provide the first aid if it happened to be needed.
St John has developed a simple 5-step method to help businesses achieve best practice first aid.
Ready, they've brought out to be an acronym, so it's easy to remember. R stands for Is Your Business First Aid Ready? Go through to E is the education of the staff, whether they're properly equipped. A is for the access to equipment. D is for drills, practice and protocols. So a lot of businesses have different protocols in place when it comes to first aid. And Y is for you, so specific to your business, what do you need to cover?
But trouble can often arise when staff are afraid to volunteer.
A lot of people find that they don't want to be liable, and they need to remember that as long as they're trained and they work to the best of their ability, then there's generally no issue.
According to St John's Ambos, there's no excuse not to be ready, with the equipment available to buy at a corporate level.
A lot of the first aid courses that employers can put their staff through are tax deductible, so those sort of costs aren't really an issue for them. To do with time taken, it's time that you've got to take, otherwise it can lead to some fairly serious issues happening.
Considering the variety and high-risk qualities of local businesses, there's a noticeable deficiency in the stocking of appropriate equipment and trained employees.
There's the soap factory, you've got the cannery and all sorts of businesses like that. Obviously those businesses work a lot with their first aid crews, and some of them have nurses, but a lot of businesses that are slightly smaller might not have the trained staff that are required to cover it off.
Businesses can take the first step to become first aid ready by calling 1300 360 455 or visiting firstaidready.com.au.